Hi, welcome to my stream. Bear with me please, just adjusting the sound as it's quite loud. Hopefully that's better. Probably turn this down a bit. Hi, welcome to the stream. Okay, today's stream I'll be designing my Be Right Back page image for the Twitch stream. Again, thanks for joining. I'm quite new to this, as you can probably tell. But I figured for the first couple of weeks I'll be designing illustrations for the Twitch stream. I just created it a few days ago. Again, so sorry for the other day's stream on Friday, as I forgot to activate the sound. Do apologise about that, as it probably wasn't as exciting viewing without music. But this time I made sure to make sure music's playing, and make sure the sound was working. Again, I'm making slow improvements each stream, and this should hopefully be a lot more exciting than the previous one. As you can see, on Friday's stream, this is what I created. And I saw the starting soon page. I'll also be working on other artwork, such as the countdown clock. Let's turn down the volume a little bit more. Hopefully it's not too low. Let's turn down the music a little bit. That'll do. But yeah, I'll also be working on the countdown clock a bit, because that'll be needed. And then over time, once I created all the artwork for the Twitch stream, you'll probably see me doing like how-to drawing artworks for my comic work. You'll see me drawing for Crisscross Star, my other works on Pixiv. Also, over time I'll be working on other such projects. I'll try not to repeat myself too often, but as an artist, I'm obviously focusing on only a few projects at a time. But I'm excited to see how these projects grow. Again, thanks for joining.
This is the Head and Shoulders guy.
Oh, yeah. Let's exit out of YouTube. I'll put on some music from Spotify. Make sure it's not copyright. Again, thanks for joining. As I'm currently live on TikTok and on Twitch. Okay, just looking for some music at the moment. Bear with me. Let's see, free music. Yeah, I always find electronic is pretty good. Okay, and play. Oh, yeah, one thing about Spotify is that the volume's often quite low, so I've got to go on my app on my phone to turn it up. Bear with me. And you should be able to hear it pretty well. Just take a few seconds. Okay, here we go. Should be able to hear it pretty loud and clear. Yeah, when it comes to artwork, especially for the Twitch stream, I always like to go online, see what other people have done with what they do with their art pages for their streams, and I use that as inspiration to draw something for mine. Obviously I have to put anime in it, because obviously I want to draw some characters. That's actually pretty good. A couple of these. Be like that. Let's see, obviously you want big writing. So let's see, be right. back will definitely be worth having pretty big here. And then yeah, obviously have a character on the side. Could have this character who I've got on my starting soon page. That could be like a fun little avatar. So I could try and reuse them for each of my artworks. Let's see, which layer is it? There we go, edit copy. Edit paste. I think it's pasting, just a bit, it's lagging a bit. There we go. Yeah, I'll have it here as a reference over on this side. So yeah. And on top for now. Yeah, probably have a slightly different pose. Horizontal. Okay, obviously we've got this character originally on my starting soon page, holding this pose. So I just want to change the character up a bit. So I'll have a different pose this time. Let's go think of an idea now. I notice on mine they got characters either crouching, but I want something in reference to do with being right back. Yeah, I'll remove the original starting soon. Yeah, I was thinking it makes sense that she's probably looking at her watch, because obviously it's going to be right back. It's all about time. Again, I might change this pose to something else. Or what I could do, go for more like an Alice in Wonderland style. You have the rabbit with the always saying he's late, always looking at the time with his big clock. Because that way it doesn't cover the character too much by having armor over the front of her. She could have arm to the side, one on her hip. Okay, 1 second. Let's close this. Great. Yeah, and the starting soon one. I think because I flipped this, so he is flopping on that side. So I'll continue having her still flopping on one side, just like before. But this time I've swapped it around, so originally this is on that side because it's flipped from horizontal, so that way it changes the character up a little bit. She's kind of giving this like Sundia expression. We're doing like why are you late expression. Again, thank you for joining my stream. At the moment, as you can tell, I'm drawing character artwork for the designs for the Twitch stream. Starting off with the Be Right Back. Also, in future streams, be designing the countdown for when the stream starts. And then there's probably one or two other artworks I've got to do as well. But then obviously, most of the time I'll be designing illustrations for comics, from what I'm doing over on Pixiv to what I'm doing on Critical Star. Obviously, some artworks I can't share on these streaming platforms, but I try and share what I can. And then obviously, going forward, I'll be sharing artwork from when I'm and the designing of hopefully future visual novel games, which I hope to create in the near future. So please stay tuned for that as well, as it'd be a great thing to share my journey as I try and create those projects going forward, so you can see the process and the progress of those. Again, thanks for joining the stream. So at the moment, yeah, I've got the character here holding a clock, like dangling from my hand. Oh, just realised it's yeah, 'cause I'm currently streaming on 2 platforms. At the moment, TikTok doesn't let me stream directly from my computer, so I can't screen capture. So I'm using my mobile phone to stream on TikTok and my computer to stream over on Twitch. So Twitch isn't a problem, but the only problem is the TikTok, because I don't always film directly in front of the phone. So let's go make sure when I'm drawing, that people over on TikTok can see what I'm making. And so yeah, there we go. A more centered frame now. Apologies about that. Hopefully eventually, once I get more followers, I'll start being able to share on both platforms. There we go. Even though it's a bit sketchy, so the illustration artwork, so it's not like you're missing out at the moment, but hopefully the further you get into these designs, the more you'll be able to see. Yeah, I think there's a good group as well. I might change a few elements of it. But yeah, it's definitely going well. Again, thank you for joining my stream. I'm currently designing the Be Right Back page for my Twitch stream, which you can see in my link. If you're over on TikTok watching this, you'll see the link in my bio. I've only broadcasted so far one video officially over on Twitch, which I forgot to add sound, but this time it's definitely working. I can guarantee you, as I'm currently hearing my voice echo back to me on my mic, so I know it's definitely working for sure. I hope. Guess I'll find out after the stream finishes. Yeah, if you join the stream over on TikTok, please don't hesitate to give a like. Okay, now on to the face. I'm not sure if this downwards looking out expression works. Sometimes I start off with a rough sketch with an idea of what angle I want to go for, but sometimes you don't always get the exact expression that you're after. I mean, it's pretty close to what I want, but let's see if I can come up with something else. Probably looking in the direction that the clock is in, and then glancing back at the viewer. Again, thank you for joining my stream over on TikTok. I hope those over on Twitch enjoy this stream too. Again, on TikTok you can find my link to my Twitch stream in my link bio. There you can see other clips and highlights of my previous works. Currently working on the Be Right Back page of my Twitch stream. Well, I'll be mostly spending I do stream Monday to Fridays is my current plan, from 6 to 9 PM GMT. As I mentioned in my bio, that is likely to change as I find better times to stream at that best suits others and myself. But so far I thought it was a good time to go online. At the moment it's just I'm using that time to mostly draw and illustrate, but in the future I hopefully will be streaming other things, mainly artwork, but also hopefully the creation of other gaming projects. Hope you're all doing well. Again, thanks for joining, and thank you for the likes. Oh my god, TikTok, thank you. Someone just liked me 212. Oh yeah, and still liking me now. Oh, only from yesterday. Thank you. Thank you, your cash one. Oh my god, you're amazing. Thank you. Thanks for coming back. Please follow. Thank you. Currently working on the Be Right Back page. So if I missed your comments, if anybody's been commenting, I currently use my phone to stream on TikTok, so I don't always catch comments that come in, as it's hard to see whilst I'm drawing at the same time, but it's definitely not hard to miss all those hearts. Thank you. Again, you can find more highlights on my Twitch stream. Oh, on my page. Hi, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Yeah, currently designing the artwork for my Be Right Back page. So that's kind of what I'm designing now. And yeah, yesterday's stream was the streaming soon. Actually, I don't know whether you've seen it, because I remember you were on yesterday. 1 second, I can actually show you what was finished. Here we go. I think, yeah, I'm not sure if you saw this one, but yeah, this is what I finished back on Friday's stream. So that's the artwork I'm currently using for my starting soon image for Twitch, which people on Twitch can see now. And yeah, so obviously most Twitch streamers have artworks for each section of their stream, so I had to do starting soon, obviously, and I realised that yeah, the other ones to just be right back is one I've got to do, so that's what I'm working on at the moment. And yeah, I figured I'd draw the same character again, that same avatar. I should be holding a clock saying "Be right back," similar to the character from Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, same character. So if I go use the same avatar for each one, and then yeah, and then obviously I'll then get around to designing like a timer, which some people can probably get online. But I've got After Effects and other programs that I could probably animate the 5-minute countdown. Thank you for liking the characters. Yeah, it's a very funny character, very Sundir. I think it's how you pronounce it. Again, thank you for the likes. Thank you. Yeah, it made sense to like add her character for as it's. I figured why not use her as a recurring avatar. So she's there for the Stewing Soon. Figured why not put her as a Be Right Back, and then I'll also see if I can fit her in for the countdown timer for the 5-minute countdown for when the stream starts. I can't remember what other layouts I'm going to need for the streaming site over on. I like using. Oh, thank you, like Zoe Sport. Yeah, thank you. You've done more than I expected. Thank you for the support. Again, yeah, please follow. That's another way to catch me live, as I am live most days. Again, Monday to Fridays, 6 to 9 p.m. Again, that might change over time, and that's 6 to 9 p.m. GMT. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I've kind of got her doing this pose. Again, it's almost there. Just trying to get a pose right. Oh, you did follow. Thank you. You are amazing. And yeah, the main artwork I currently draw is over on. You'll find mainly on Patreon and Webtoon. And that's one of the comics I just posted. Like I posted 2 postings, like 20 pages of each of the chapters of Crisscross Star, the LGBT comic, and yeah, that one it's a lot of fun, and it's still ongoing. I finished the 2 first comics. There's I'm working on the 3rd of the trilogy, and that's one of the artworks I will be sharing and my live streams, as I'll be mostly drawing that live, but also I'll be probably working on other projects. Yeah, they are free. The comic is technically free. It's on Webtoons. Everything on Webtoons is free, and there's links to the first 2 volumes over on Webtoon, and there should be a link on my main bio. I did edit. I think I did remove the link so I could fit my Twitch stream link on there. But if you look at my posts, you'll find a link to my Webtoon comic, and that's where you can read the first 2 volumes. There's probably about 400 pages in total, and I'm currently working on the 3rd volume. Yeah, but please check them out, and yeah, please send me a message. Let me know what you think. Obviously the artwork starts off a bit vague. Like I started working on it years ago, so the artwork is a bit not as detailed or as advanced as it is now. I've obviously been improving the backgrounds, but yeah. Again, yeah. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the 1,000 likes. Thank you for the 1,000 likes. still trying to get the expression of her face right. So I'll continue on the body design, the body layout. The clock that she's holding. Obviously, it has to be a comically large clock. Makes you wonder where she even puts this thing. It's that big. Wow, again, yeah, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, thank you. Currently drawing the character's leggings. Again, I always start with the first few layers as a rough draft. In the past, I used to have it all just one single layer, and it used to take me forever to draw these characters because I'd always be re-editing the same layer over and over and over, and it took me far too long to realize, similar to how people do in their artwork on Photoshop, in which it's far simpler just to separate all the layers. So you have one layer that's a draft, and then you do another layer which is slightly more polished, and then the next layer you can then just draw over again in a single polished line, and that way you don't have to go over the original lines. I have to say thank you. Oh, I have to. I mean, feel bad if I don't. Wow, 1,300 likes. Wow, wow. Please join every day and like as often as you can. Please. You're amazing. Oh yeah, no, you don't have to feel bad about not being able to draw. It takes practice. Like, it takes a lot of practice. I've been drawing all my life, so it takes, yeah, just got to sit down, find an hour or two every day, and keep drawing. Yeah, when I first started drawing like manga characters, like, trust me, like when I back then I thought I was okay. I knew I wasn't great, but now I look back at my old artworks from years ago, I realize, wow, did I improve? Wow, did I improve? And yeah, it just takes practice. Just an hour or two every day, and before you know it, yeah, you'll surpass me in no time. Trust me. There are times I look at other artists online, it's like, how are they that good? How are they that good? Again, thank you for joining my stream. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the music as well. If you want it louder, I can make it louder. Yeah, that's the best way. Is to draw. Is to copy other YouTube videos, what they draw. Even look at books, or just go outside and draw what you see in the world. It helps with perspective, and yeah, it's a skill. It's a skill, and it just takes time. It just takes time. Trust me. Like, I used to draw cartoons for half my life. I just drew cartoons, and there were times that I felt good. Oh, brilliant! I'm glad the music's the right volume. That's great. It's great to hear. But yeah, yeah, it just takes time to practice and improve on one's art. But yeah, that's the thing with as an artist. There's no such thing as perfection. Like that's one of the things I learned from college, was that they say, like, an artist's work is never done, because you always go back to it, you always want to improve it. And even looking back at my old works, I was thinking like, oh yeah, I could easily improve what I did back then. Just takes practice. But yeah, I know I'm pretty confident with how I draw characters, but yeah, my colouring is just a quick shade, quick contrast and brightness here and there. Nothing too detailed. And I know if I conquered the colouring and the shadow aspect of my characters, and those little details, that would really make my characters really pop and come to life. Yeah, I sometimes do watch other people draw on their streams as well. It's a great way to relax. It's a great way to relax. Oh, where's my line artwork gone? Oh, here we go. Was there one wrong there for a second there? Again, thank you for the likes. Thank you. Wow, almost 2,000. Almost 2,000. Amazing. Okay, yeah, as you can see, this was the original sketch. It's a quick draft, nothing too crazy. And then this is the one on top. And you can see the similarities to the original character avatar just here. Let me move the Be Right Back sign. Oh, I just realised let me move the camera around so you can see a better view. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the only thing is I feel this character isn't serious enough. She's not Cindy enough. So I love that little frustrated look she has. So I can probably edit that. Yeah, just in case I need to go back to this, I often edit, copy, paste my artwork. So that way, if I do any more editing, I feel like I want to go back, I can just delete the layer and go back to where it was. So yeah, here we go. Let's erase her eyes. Someone had to be looking over at her clock, because that's hence the Be Right Back soon image. I want to make it clear that it's all about the time, because that's what being right back is. It's like what time am I coming back to the stream? Because I'll probably be going if I ever needed a quick break, if I need to go grab a drink, have some food, and people wondering why the stream has stopped. And in case they're wondering, they won't have to wonder, because there'll be a Be Right Back artwork saying so. And what's more perfect than having a character look at a clock and with frustration wondering, why am I not back yet? So yeah, I've only got both eyebrows down, but I need a more sarcastic, like, when am I coming back look. So let's go to those eyebrows again. Again, it's good to have the eye squinting a bit. And then let's see, probably have that eyebrow down, and then this eyebrow up. There we go. That's better. That's better. So then it's like, well, I'm not back to streaming yet. Why am I not back streaming? Where have I gone? And yeah, hand on hip hop frustration, kind of a commanding pose. 2,500 likes, amazing. Thank you. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, I think, this stream. Yeah, I'm wondering whether to make the couch a little bit smaller to fit the same size as the original. Again, it's good having the original there as a reference. Also, it helps, especially if they've got accessories or wearing certain parts of the costume, because you'll notice that, well, so I've added this character to have kind of like Bugs Bunny style, like wrist cuffs. The original one doesn't have that, and that's something I feel like I might add on to the original. So it's a great way to improve. I mean, no, that's fine. That's fine. I do appreciate you being here. I'm sorry that you're not feeling great, but yeah. Again, thank you for joining the stream. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, because that way I can also fit more of the ear in, and we can see a bit more of her legs below. And then yeah, just figure out the pose and the shape. Yeah, in future I might come back to this artwork, might change the pose up a little bit more. I might have a better, more commanding pose, but for now, this one isn't too bad. One other option is I could probably draw it so her arm is like under her chest and wrapped under her arm. That might be a bit more commanding. So bear with me 1 second. Maybe we can test this out. Again, I'm copy paste the artwork. Oh, didn't mean to move the character. Okay, here we go. Oh, just again, let me just move the stream over a bit so we can see what I'm doing. Here we go. So one idea is like it's almost like it goes along her arm crossed. Wondering if that would be better. Again, normally I like to have the elbows raised a little. I mean the shoulders raised a little, sorry. Let's see, how does that look? Oh, let's see, what did I do the other one? So let's see, which is better? Probably the I think the arm on the hip's better actually. I do like the other one, but yeah, I feel that this one's a lot more commanding. Like having an arm like over chest, like by waistline, feels a bit more anxious, a bit more nervous pose. But when someone has their arm on their hip, it's like they mean business. It's like they mean business. Just wondering whether I can. Oh, okay, there we go. I think that's better now. Like moving the hip a bit. I'm glad you like the idea, the pose as well, with the arm on the hip. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people say that hand are the hardest thing to draw. Yep, I've heard that saying so many times. And for some reason, I think when I first started drawing artwork, it used to be more Simpsons style, so I'd always just draw the hand with like 4 fingers, and it was when I went to university that I started drawing characters with a bit more stylized, like anime style, and I was starting to give them actual 5 fingers. And for some reason, even though my artwork probably wasn't perfect back then, but over time, I think I never found it difficult to draw hands. I think it's probably because I imagine things in their like physical, like 3D perspective, that I just get a feel for where the fingers will be. And so yeah, you probably get to see how quickly I draw these hands, like almost effortlessly. So sometimes I might struggle a little just trying to get them the exact pose. I sometimes use my own hands as a reference, but yeah, often I can just draw them without thinking. I'm kind of lucky with that. But yes, I know how difficult it can be for artists to draw hands. I think as the saying goes, if okay, I can't remember exactly how the saying goes, but it's often to do with like professional artists are the ones who can draw hands. That's how you know you're a good artist. So that's why I don't feel too bad. That's why I feel confident drawing my artwork, because I know if I can draw that, I can't be that bad. Wow, 3,000 likes, amazing. Wow. Okay, let's see, which is this? Yeah, I can probably move this visual layer. Oh, this carries it. We still need this one, so we got this as a reference to go back to. I'm wondering whether to quickly add in her wrist cuffs to the original starting soon. So bear with me 1 second. Let's quickly go back to the starting soon page, as I quickly give her some of those little cufflinks. That's what they're called. I don't want to call them wrist cuffs. Yeah, cufflinks. Here we go. Probably make the paintbrush a bit smaller in size. Again, this shouldn't take too long to just quickly edit in, because it's just a few lines. There's that one. This one's hiding just under arm here. And then just a quick bang, bang, and bang. And then the quick button, holding it in place. Do I make them slightly bigger? Let's see how big this one is. Maybe a little bit longer. There we go. Perfect. And then I only duplicate the original layer, because then I can add in some brightness and contrasts, and that way it shades it automatically. And then all I've got left to do is grab the eraser, probably soften it, and like presto, go imagine where the light's coming from, so it's coming from above. There we go. So there you go. She's got cufflinks. Let's go remember to add it to my stream for next time I'm on, for when I'm on next. But yeah, so that's that page definitely done this time. Again, in the future, I might come back and create another starting soon page. It'd be what I like to do at the moment, because of the advancement of AI. Currently, it's an easy way to get AI to generate the artwork for you. But the amazing thing is that I sometimes like to try and collaborate with it by sometimes using it to create backgrounds for me, and then I'll cartoonize it after. But also, the great thing about like Midjourney is that you can actually put your own artwork in there, and it would actually animate it. How do I decide where the lighting's coming from? Often you just got to imagine where the light's going to be in that scene. So whether there's a spotlight, whether there's a lamp, whether they might be having a cigarette smoke. I can probably show you here, a public example. So this is one of the pages for those who on Critical Star, like a little bit of a spoiler here, if you know the comic. This page will be going live in, I think, towards the end of the month. I think it's on the 25th of August. For those who are on Patreon, they'll get to see this page. And as you can see, like at the moment, I don't, with Critical Star, I try and avoid doing lighting for that comic, because I started off with just not doing any lighting or shading. But with my current works, I do like to add in the shading because it gives them more 3D dimension. But because I started off with Critical Star with no lighting, I try and avoid adding it in so it doesn't contradict the future comic pages that I did the visual artwork of. But what I did do is that when it was the evening setting, when it was at night, ironically there's more lighting and shading then than during the day. And so, because quite a dramatic scene, we've got the main character walking into the scene here. She's a bit more lit up, because she just entered the scene, and we've got one character who's hiding in the shadow. And as you can see here, you can barely see her, but I try to make it sure that we can still get an idea of the outline, like she's hiding in the shadow here. Or if she's as bright as she is, it's not as dramatic. And what you'll probably tell is that down below, we have there's a little bit of light reflecting onto her hand, and so yeah, it's all about where you imagine where the light is, and so light often comes from above, from the sun. So that's why all the light is coming from above, and so I've as you can see, the light's on one half of the body, and then behind her it's all shadow. Even though I contradict myself, because on this side maybe I shouldn't have added so much of a lightness on her ponytail, but again, because I feel like the light was coming from above, it's not too much of a contradiction, because I had to put shadow somewhere, so I liked having it under a ponytail. But yeah, in the past I used to do anything. I used to put light anywhere and all shading anywhere. I didn't really worry too much about it. But the more artwork I do, the more I try and be somewhat realistic with where the lighting's coming from. Let's see if we can find where I just was. So yeah, currently still designing the Be Right Back artwork. I can probably hide this layer, and there we go, back to this one. So yeah, currently the plan is to have the Be Right Back text like so, and then have the character here. I'm not sure whether to add in. I'll try and do something with the backgrounds. Not sure whether to do a duplicate of her character, but it's nice having her just be on her own for this pose. But I'll try and come up with some other creative ways to put something in the background, or who knows, maybe I might use AI to help with the background. I'm not sure. But this is what I've got so far. And once I've polished the character outline to the best I can, I now I reduce the opacity and start designing the line artwork for the next stage. I often like to start with the face, because that's where I figure that's where the best proportions will be. The line's a bit too big. There we go, that's better. Again, just using the original artwork as a reference. Make sure I get the proportions of the face right. Bear with me 1 second. I'll be right. Be as the Amy says. I'll be right back. Yep. Yeah. Well, 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. I'm back. Yep, I'm still live. I'm still live. Oh, looks like I had a missed call. 1 second. One second. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's go quickly reply back to this message here, and then I'll continue drawing. But yeah, this is what we've got so far. $4,300 likes. Oh my god. You shouldn't have. Amazing. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. Okay, currently is what I got the character's expression as. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, not sure about her expression though. I mean, it's good. Yeah, I probably have the character looking like into the screen. Actually, yeah, it's probably better if I have her looking towards the clock. That's where it emphasizes the time. Again, thank you for joining the stream. You can find my other art posts over on my bio, including a link there for my Twitch stream, which I'm currently live on now. Again, thank you for joining the stream. Currently working on the overlay artwork for my Twitch stream. This will be for my Be Right Back page. Again, thank you for joining. I'll probably be live for about 20 minutes or so. Then I'll probably grab something quickly to eat, and then I'll continue working on this. make sure you can see what I'm drawing. Again, apologies over on TikTok. I'm currently using the mobile phone to record live, so it's not always easy to line up the artwork with the phone. I do apologise. Currently working on the character design of my character avatar for my Twitch page, for the Be Right Back artwork, for when I'm away. I've already designed the Streaming Soon artwork, and this character will be the same avatar I'll be using for most of the overlays, and this will be for the Be Right Back. Then in future streams, I'll also be illustrating the same character for the countdown clock for before I go live. I stream Monday to Fridays between 6 and 9 PM. Again, thank you for joining. Thank you for saying it's so good. My God, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like the artwork. Yeah, still trying to figure out the character's facial expression here. I think I can do a bit more better with her, but yeah, the pose is looking good. Definitely liking the pose so far. It's definitely getting there. I feel like she can be a bit more serious though, so that's kind of what I'm trying to improve on now. Try and get that expression. So I don't often like erasing the entire character's face, but if I know I can do more expressive design and I know I can improve it, then I don't feel too bad erasing it. Sometimes if I still struggle to get it right, I'd often go online, find some images to reference. Yeah, I still jump between having a look towards the camera or looking down at the clock. Again, going for that like Sundia expression. But yeah, even though every time I have a look towards the camera, I feel like she's got to be looking at that clock. Like when am I back from streaming? That's expression she's gonna be giving. There we go. That's so much better now. Yeah, I'm actually looking at that direction of the clock. You know, I could probably move the eyebrows a bit more so it's a bit more obvious what they're trying to tell. Again, raising that eyebrow up a bit, lowering this one down. That's all it needed. I'm so glad I edited this face. Yeah, here he is a little bit high. So bring that down a bit. Grab the pen tool. And just adjust the camera so you can see what I'm drawing. Cufflinks on both of the wrists. Again, thank you for joining the stream. You can find my information in my bio, links to my comic work, my Twitch stream, which I'm currently live on now. I go live Monday to Fridays between 6 and 9 PM. Again, thank you for joining. currently working on the character avatar for my Twitch stream for when I'm away. So this will be the Be Right Back artwork. This will be my character avatar. Already designed the streaming soon avatar image, so now this is for the Be Right Back. And then in future streams I'll be also designing the countdown clock, and then also once those artworks are finished, you'll definitely be seeing me draw more artwork for my future comics and hopefully future projects as you follow my journey on there. Again, all my information's on my Twitch stream. Please like, please follow. Every like helps. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you're enjoying the music. As you can probably tell, she's got on a bunny outfit. Just drawing the ears. Got the character on the left here as a reference. I think most of the draft is done. Just got a drawer holding the clock now. Again, thank you for joining. Please don't hesitate to give a like. And all that's left is her tail. Yeah, I was so easy to draw the other day. I drew the finished artwork for the Swimming Soon over on Friday, and yeah, now I'll be drawing the same character for the Be Right Back design. Figured keep the character the same, and yeah, drawing the tail, that took minutes. That was just quick squiggle, quick lighting. It's probably the quickest part. Okay, and I can remove this draft. Oh, so you can see the artwork. Make sure it's more center. All that's left is, yeah, I make sure to draw in her leggings so it's more obvious that she's got leggings on. Yeah, I don't have to be too precise, as it's still the character sketch, but it's a bit more polished as I figure out proportions more and more. So I'm perfectly happy with it, and yeah, I think it's definitely there. Okay, as you can see, I separated it into different layers. So we've got the clock as one layer, the body as another, the ears for one, and then the hair. Even though the hair shouldn't be all the way behind the other layers, so let's bring that up. And that's the body, which normally the body should be the last layer, as everything else goes on top. Okay, what I normally do is I then remove all the other layers and keep one layer at a time to polish, so it doesn't get too confusing what lines are what. Okay, let's start polishing the line artwork. Again, I'll probably be streaming for like a few more minutes, maybe 10-15 more minutes. And then I'll probably have a quick bite to eat, and then we'll continue working on this character. Yeah, perfect expression. Yeah, so far I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. I try and stream Monday to Fridays between 6 and 9 PM. That might change. So almost halfway through the stream. Though I will be taking a short break in between. Bring the paintbrush line down a bit. It's quite large. Don't want it too bold. for that Cindia expression. I hope I'm saying it right. I know that T is silent. Let's have a look at the original reference. Try and get as close as possible. Make sure eyebrows are the right size. Expression is, yeah, it's flawless. Oh, sorry about that. Just make sure you can see what I'm drawing in view. There you go. Once I get the face and head proportions right, I then move on to the rest of the body. Again, thank you for joining my stream. Hi, hope you're doing well. Currently drawing the character avatar for my Twitch stream. You can find my link in my bio. I go live every Monday to Friday, 6 to 9 PM GMT. Currently designing a character for my Be Right Back panel artwork. So we have our eyes a bit more narrow, a bit more noise. That's better. A bit more frustrated. Often like drawing a quick highlight of the nose. A bit more characteristic. A bit more personality to that work. Trying to figure which part to draw next. Hi, welcome to the stream. Please don't hesitate to follow, like my artwork, like the channel. I try and go live every day, especially Monday to Fridays over on Twitch. You can find details over my bio, over on TikTok. You can see when I go live. Also, you find links to my comic work and my other projects. Thank you for joining. Probably make a hand a bit smaller. They're quite big and manly. Easy way to solve it. Just by shrinking the layer down. Just tuck them around a bit. So follow the shape of the body. Easy. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you for the likes. Welcome back. Yeah, I'll be live for maybe I'll be live for another hour and a half, maybe hour and 20. Hour and a half. But I do have to also go again in about 15 minutes or so time, as I've got to have a quick bite to eat. But I will continue streaming for another hour and a half. You can pretty much see where I got to so far. Already drew the finished sketching, got the character line artwork done with the expression. As you can see, I've already drawn the hands, the complicated hands. Oh, forgot to finish this line here. The one part that most artists struggle with. Let's go draw the cufflinks now and the tail, and then the body artwork is finished. Oh, I'm glad you, were able to go and have some dinner. Yeah, I'll be grabbing a quick bite to eat soon myself. So yeah, I'll be live for another 10 minutes, 15 at most, and then I too have to eat. But we'll be streaming live for another hour and a half. Line here. That's the one thing I don't do enough of, which is clean up lines after. I spend so much time zoomed out drawing that I forget to zoom in and see what lines need polishing. I know most artists also use vector lines, which is a great way to draw and have the lines polished behind you, but yeah, that's something I should look back into, see if it can speed up the process. Make my line artwork less messy. Okay, just a tail and leggings to go. Let's see how I drew this one. I was quite chuffed with how the original tail looked. Okay, let's see if I can get it half decent as the original. There we go. And then it's just the leggings now. Oh, where's the watch? Yes, that's a separate layer. So basically, the same question of like, where's the hair, where's the ears? I separate most of the different layers of the body into different layers. So basically, here you got the ears as one separate layer, you got the hairs as a different layer, and the watch as another layer. The stopwatch, that's probably gonna be the hardest part to draw. So I might cheat a little when it comes to the clock. So you might see it finished, but next time I go live and I share the artwork, I'll probably end up using something online to like AI to help do the clock. So I feel like even if I do the clock myself, I won't be able to do it as much justice as what you can produce online. But yeah, the characters. I mean, being an artist, that's why I specialize the most. I leave the background and other more detailed designs to AI to help polish the designs for me. But when it comes to characters, I feel like that's my area of expertise. And so yeah, at the moment I'm just drawing the leggings. So I've made that a separate layer as well, so I don't have to be too messy with it. I mean, so I can be slightly messy with it, because it doesn't matter if it goes over the lines. As long as I get the perspective right, I can then clean up the outside lines after. Okay, well, 1 second. Let's go. I'll be right back. I will go quickly grab some dinner. My dinner's ready. Again, thank you for joining the stream. I'll be back as soon as I can. Oh yeah, don't worry if it's confusing. I can explain it when I get back, or for when you're next on. But yeah, I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Again, sorry that I had to go. I've got to go again, but I will be right back, and I'll continue streaming until 9. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for the 5,000 likes. Again, sorry I keep going and coming back. I promise I'll try not go over it again to the end of the stream. Okay. Let's see where we left off. Thank you for waiting. And again, yeah, thank you for the likes. Okay. Back to doing the line artwork of the leggings. Make sure it's lined up with the TikTok stream. Yep, I'm back. I'll be back for one more hour. Exactly 1 hour to the dot. But I've been streaming for 3 hours. Get 1 second, let's remove those lines. Create a new layer and start drawing lines on the other leg. I think the perspective's okay, but could probably do a better job with that. Yep, good guess. I am indeed from England. I don't want to dox myself, so I won't say exactly where, but you are exactly correct. That is exactly where I'm from. My accent does give it away slightly. Whereabouts are you from? Anywhere nice? Don't worry, you don't have to say exactly where. Kosovo. Hope the weather's nice there at the moment. It's definitely warm here as we're enjoying the last bit of our summer weather. Probably got another month or so left before it gets cooler. It's hot there, is it? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think it's the same everywhere in the world. It's just getting warmer and warmer every year. Okay, I'll quickly show you how I do the layers separately and why. So, okay, if I move... Oh, I thought I made them a separate layer. They're still the same layer. Oh no. I'll make it slightly difficult to edit. 1 second. That's annoying. I'm so sure I made it a separate layer. Okay, let's quickly move between these lines. Normally it's a bit more of a polished job than this, but it's to make it easier on myself. Get rid of some of these lines that cross over from one leg to the other. And at least you'll get a rough idea of why I separate each layer, or why most artists separate their layers. Okay, connect that with that. So connecting the dots here. Okay, that goes to there. Making sure they connect to each other end of the thighs. And the rest doesn't have to be too neat. It's just those inside legs. Okay, so here we go. So, as you can see, this is the layer without the leggings. Quickly tidy up some of these lines here. And this is the layer with the legging. So all this I've done is just make a single layer of just the legging lines. And this is why, because it means that when I want to edit, so remember I've selected the layer of just the leggings. With the eraser tool, it means that when I want to edit just the legging layer and not the layer underneath, which is the body, it means that when I'm erasing, I'm only affecting the leggings and not the layer underneath. And if I hit undo, I can put that back. And then also it means that to make it easy to edit and erase, especially if I'm going over the line, if I select the body layer, even if it doesn't matter if this is invisible or not, but just so you got a good example, I can select the outside part of the body, so as you can see it's already outlined the exterior. I also want the inside part of that little thigh part, and then I reactivate the thigh layer. I'm still selecting the same layer of the body, and so even if I click any of the other layers, this lasso tool going around the body will still be here, but it'll make it easy to edit other layers, because it means if I now select the thigh layer, this lasso tool is still here, and if I press the clear button, which is, I don't know whether you can see it on the stream, but if I click the clear button, you'll see that the lines, if I can press back and do it again, if I press the clear button, you'll see that it's already not only erased the outside layer, but also the inside in between of the legs. And then all that's left is, again, this, you see the line's gone over the body a bit there. So again, I'll just go back to the body layer, set the body layer, go back to the leggings layer, hit delete, and there you go. You've got a clean edit all around, all the way to the tiniest bit of detail. I mean, it's not quite perfect there, but I think that's because it's the body layer. So that's why I just need to tidy up the body layer. But yeah, when it comes to the leggings, that's all polished. So I'm just editing the body layer at the moment. Again, thank you for joining. Okay, I think that's the body layer complete. Then I go to the other layers, such as the bunny ears, which I can bring down a bit there. We've got the hair layer, which I put behind the bunny ears. And then we've got her clock. So I probably won't complete the stop clock during the stream. I'm probably using AI to do that. Most likely mid-journey, as it's so useful. But when it comes to character designs, I'm able to do it all myself. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to explain it to you. I mean, I'm not very good at explaining certain parts of my workings, or I'm not always great at explaining things in general. But I'm glad I was able to. When I was able to show a demonstration, it helps having something to show to be able to show what I'm doing. Makes explaining it a lot easier. Okay, now onto the hair layer. Again, I've got the original character over here, so sometimes it helps to get an idea of where how the hair flows. I just realised you can't quite see the character I'm working on at the same time, so I'll just bring this character over, make it a bit closer, that way we can see both of them. Okay, yeah, it's also good having a reference to the original image, because then normally I like to have the character sideburns a bit short. Like, I've seen artworks where they just have the sideburn removed entirely, but with this design, it helps remind me that for their character, their sideburn goes quite far down. So I can do that. This one's hidden behind the face, so I don't have to worry about too much about where that layer's coming from, as long as it's close to behind the eye, behind the cheekbone. It's all about proportions. And then she's got this kind of fringe going on, just going over just over the eyebrows, and there's a little bit over the face here. And yeah, it's pretty close to what the usual character looks like. And she's got this little tail whip behind her back of her neck, so make sure to copy that, because we can kind of see it from this perspective as well. Again, it makes us aware that it's the same character. And then her then begins to go back in a ponytail. You'll notice that with most of my character artwork, you'll see a lot of the same similar style, in which I'm quite messy with the hair. Sometimes I wish I should make life easier myself and not draw every little hair strand. Good question. Is it easier to draw on the iPad than it is on paper? Yeah, I would say when I first started drawing, it was always on paper. Like I had numerous number of sketchbooks. It was ridiculous. And I'd hardly ever go back to those pages. I look back at the drawings I'd done, but eventually the first digital tablets that were coming out, they weren't as smooth when it came to drawing on them, and you didn't get that vector line, that smooth line afterwards. So it was always easier to draw on paper, then draw over it again with ink. Then I would get my really terrible scanner, scan it onto the computer, where I then color it on PaintShop Pro, and yeah, it was a little bit of a messy job, but it was mainly for coloring when it came to doing digital work online. And then eventually I realized that with new Cintiq tablets, I started getting more the habit of drawing on the computer, which saved the whole task of sketching, then doing line artwork on paper. It made that when drawing on the computer, it just made everything such an easy process, especially once you realize you can separate things into different layers. You can do all the sketching on the computer, the ink, the coloring. It's incredible how much you can do on here, and it's just getting easier all the time, and it's a fun process. So yeah, I definitely recommend the tablet, because yeah, even the iPad. Like I've tried the iPad Pro with their Procreate, and even that's amazing. I'm currently using Clip Studio Paint, and that one is it's highly recommended by comic artists, and I believe some animators use Clip Studio as well. But Procreate is meant to be amazing with doing animation on there. So if you ever plan to do any animating, definitely recommend that. Skits of people want to undo when drawing on paper. That's the thing. Like that's one thing you can't do unless you're doing by pencil. You can get an eraser, but you can imagine how many pencil lead you go through, how many sketchbooks you have to go through. When it comes to digital, you can just do like always. You can just go crazy. There's many lines, you can be as creative as you like, and then you can just undo with a few clicks of a button. It's so easy. Again, sometimes I have to go back and find what layers are which, because I need to know where I want to put layers behind other layers, such as a ponytail will be behind a body. So I normally like to create layers in order. So I make sure the ponytail is the last layer, because that's going to be hiding behind the shoulders, behind the back, and that way, wherever I draw here in fine line, I don't have to be too precise, because that will just flow behind the back, and any extra layers will be behind the hair, behind the back. So when I start coloring in using the color bucket tool to fill in the paint color, it will automatically be on front of the hair, the ponytail hair. And when I start doing the colouring for the ponytail, I'll just make sure that's behind the layer of hair, because then that way, all the layers are behind other layers, so they don't overlap at all. Yeah, the more you draw, the easier it gets. Ponytail will be coming from this angle. Just a quick look, see what this character's ponytail looks like, how it whips to the side. And then just removing the layer from the side of her hip, because that way, from the perspective of the viewer, it'll disappear behind the shoulder. And I might have it go behind the hip still, actually, just so we see a bit of it. Yeah, sometimes I like to just have the layer just disappear behind their back and never see it again. But I think I sort of like seeing able to see it because it's quite long. Okay, let's see. And then, yeah, this is the pencil layer of the hair. So I can now just hide that behind the background because we don't really see it now. And then I think all that's left is her bunny ears. Again, thank you for the likes. That's a lot of likes. Yeah, 6,500, and likes are still coming in. But again, thank you. It's not a lot of likes. I mean, anything over 1,000 is a lot of likes. I guess it's an incredible amount of likes. Okay, let's see. I'll put in the headband. So we see a little bit of that over the head. The ears behind the headband a bit. Again, just remove some of these bottom layers so I can see how the headband's connecting. Makes it easy to colour later. Probably delete the hair layer now. I guess you're right, yeah, 50,000 would be a lot more. But yeah, still, for me, 7,000 in one stream, that's a lot for me. It's definitely a lot for me. But who knows, maybe one day, yeah, 50,000 in the future would be amazing. Okay, all that's left is the stop clock. And I could try and draw it during the stream, see how far I get with it. But don't be surprised if it changes in future streams. But yeah, I'll do the best I can whilst I'm still streaming. But also, yeah, before I start that, let me see if I can do the be right back text. I think I'll try and get the font similar to the other one. The most likes, I think the most likes was, it must have been like 1,000 or 2,000 was the most likes I had on one stream. But right now, this is the most likes. Guaranteed, this is the most likes I've had in one stream. Again, thank you so much. Okay, so this is the original starting soon page artwork. So yeah, that's the font I use. So let's make sure it's the same one I'm about to use now. So I need a font that says be right back. Okay, so BE. Right. Back. And now I'll go for the same full stops. Similar to how I stylized the starting soon page artwork. Okay, let's hide this. And then I can remove this original sketch of the text that says "Be right back," and there we go. My folder layouts are a bit messy right now, but let's see if I can tidy these up so they're all easy to find. Yeah, make sure that's in there. Part of the "Be right back" text. I use this one separate for now because I need it as a reference for when I colour in. Oh, with two eyes. Oh, I just saw. 1 second. One second. Okay, yeah, good point. I only just saw that now. Thank you for telling me those two eyes. I accidentally put in there. Nope. I do. Yeah, I'll quickly edit that now. So yeah, just the one eye and be right back. There we go. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, Pablo. I definitely love a lot of likes in a second. But yeah, I'm only on for another 40 minutes, so don't worry about doing too many likes now. I'm only streaming for like half an hour, 40 minutes. So, but no, again, thank you so much. Thank you for joining the stream. Okay, let's put that there. Make sure it's kind of center. Bring the opacity back up of the original character because I'll need her as a reference for this character over here. Let me just hide the "Be right back" font. Oh really, was it lowercase? Okay, 1 second. Let me see what the font was on the original starting soon. Yeah, because for some reason it always creates the I like lowercase, yet the A is capital. I don't know why it does that. Let me see if I write it normally, whether with a capital, whether it changes the font. Yeah, it is weird that it does it as a lowercase I without uppercase A. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Hope that's a bit more professional now. Hope it's a bit more professional. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Yeah, again, I might make the character be a bit more in the same proportion as the original character I've got. So I may have to do a bit more artwork on their legs. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. It's better. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go back to perspective there. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, quickly hide this character for the moment. Quickly extend her leg and ears. No, don't feel bad. Like, you're improving my work. You're improving my work. Okay, do that here. And this leg line there. Yeah, I would have noticed if you hadn't pointed it out. I'm glad you did. Also, I'd have had two eyes and "Be right back," and that would have been embarrassing if I had that on stream for like a month without realizing. Okay. Do the same trick as I did before. I can just let the lines follow over the legs, and then the same on this side. Yep, yeah, don't worry. I know you didn't mean it in a bad way. No, trust me, you gave some amazing advice. Really good advice, thank you. Okay, I select the body layer, and I'll do the same trick as I showed you before. I just gotta find where all my layers are at. Where did I put? Okay, 1 second. I think it's automatically saving. That's the tail. So I had to move some of these layers around. There we go. So that's the body layer. So select this and this. No, I'm glad you're paying attention because I definitely wasn't. Okay, there we go. So hit clear. And there we go. And I think I was going to draw the bit more part of the ears. And there we go. I think it's good now. About 9,600 guys. Like I'm almost at 10,000. That's gonna be a record for me. I think we might actually do it. Well, with half an hour left, I think it's possible. Again, thank you for all the likes. Thank you for liking the page. Please follow. Links in my bio for my comic work. You can also catch me on Twitch, 6 to 9 PM GMT. This is my third time streaming on there. Currently just doing the artwork for the stream. You can do more than 10,000. Well, I mean, I'm back on tomorrow, so I look forward to seeing if you can overtake that. Again, you guys are amazing. Okay, just eyeing up the artwork, seeing if there's anything else I can improve or change. I think it's good. I think one thing I might change is the leg on one side. I feel like the hips could be slightly bigger. And for some reason the tail is quite high up compared to the body layers, so let's raise those layers up. There we go, that's the improvement. That'll make it easy colouring later. So I'm just going to quickly now select the right leg, because I now have to extend it. Hopefully it'll be easy to do. I just select the leg in there. 1 second. Okay. There we go. That should do it. We're at 10,200, guys. You're amazing. You are amazing. Thank you, Yokash. You did it. Thank you both of you. Okay, there we go. So just making the legs slightly bigger. Well, maybe the hip. Thought it was a bit too slim. Okay. Might bring the tail in slightly. As it's a bit odd for it to be so far out. And I'll start colouring it in, and then I'll do a bit of work on the clock. But like I said, either I'll design it myself or I'll find a way to do it online. I'll just hide the clock for now. When I start colouring, I always like to hide the layers so I know which layer I'm working with. I normally like to start with the bottom layer, and we've got the original character design to work from. We can hide the Be Right Back font for now. Oh, your name is Yulka without the sh. So, Yulka. Okay, Yulka. Thank you for letting me know how to pronounce your name. Again, thank you for joining the stream. And thank you for the 1,000,000 likes. You're amazing. Okay. So this is where I would often I can then take colour references from one character and move it to the other. Because it's the same character, I can just right click, select as a colour drop, set the colour I need, and then colour fill it over to the other side. So it's super easy. When I often use the bucket tool, even though I was taught in uni not to rely on the bucket tool, but the trick is that it's mainly because the when you color fill, there's a lot of white spaces left behind, and I can just zoom in and you can see why. And yeah, I know it's not a million, but trust me, every like counts, guys. Again, thank you, Yorka. Every like counts. And so yeah, to make it to 10,000, amazing. So yeah, as you can see, I'm yeah, using the color paint tool. I mean, it fills it in, but this is, see, as you can see, it's not perfect. I'm sure there's other art programs that I know whether Procreate's better, whether it fills the artwork better. I know if I did more vector layering, it might do a better job too. But I still rely on the bucket tool because I've got other shortcuts. Again, there's a few lines I could probably clean up, like that little line that's hovering over the hand. Let's see. So what I normally do is, once I've got the main parts painted, when it comes to the character itself, I then create a new layer, put it underneath the main layer, where all I do is then, again, just select the color that I want, and obviously I want to be the color of the head, or the color of the body even, and then I just do a lasso tool, highlight around the facial feature, hit color fill. As you can see, there's now no more like spaces left behind. I mean, there's obviously where the eyebrows and lashes are, you'll have the pink layer underneath there. So I select black and then just quickly just paint over those. And because it's the layer underneath, it's easy to clean up. And then where the eyes are, this is where I would again just select the whites of her eye and quickly paint in the eyes, set the colour of the pupil, make sure it's colour blue, and again, because the layer underneath, I'm not affecting the main layer on top, so as you can see, wherever I paint will go behind the black lines. Again, there's a few overlaps on the main body itself, and let's quickly clean up some of these lines underneath so you can see your eyes, expressions better. And then once I'm happy with it, and there's no more lines to merge, again I might just quickly make sure some of these lines that the background colour merges with the lines on top. And again, I seem to have missed a part when it comes to her hand, so quickly painting her hand there as well, to see any gaps that I may have missed. I think the rest is looking pretty good. Then we've got the tail, the super easy tail. I think I made sure all the lines connected. So as you can see, I just quickly painted that in with a bucket tool. And then quickly polish those lines a bit too. Easy as that. And then I normally like to leave the ponytail till last, just to make sure I got all the lines done. Again, there's another reason why I like to have layers separate, because rather than having the legging layer on top and have it all being one layer and having to colour fill every one of these little white these spaces in a legging, because the layer's still separate, I can just quickly grab the colour of her legging and then just instantly fill her colour paint fill her legs. Then put the legging back, and as you can see, all the space is already filled because it's on I was able to fill her legs easily. And then I'll do the shading last, and I'll get as close to what the original shading is on the original design. I may try and do the main colours first before doing any shading or lighting or any other little details like that. I think this is just white. Okay, I forgot to. So if I bind the people who have just joined the stream, it is like magic. Trust me, it took me far too long to realize some of these tricks. I should watch tutorial videos years ago because I've definitely sped up my artwork in the past. Some of these I learnt myself and realised, if I just watch a YouTube video, I'd have learnt this a long time ago. And it's easy, it's a quick, easy shortcut to speed up the process of artwork. Okay, hopefully I won't blind you guys again with this next color paint fill. Okay, here we go. There we go. So filled up that cuff, filled up the other cuff, and then her buttons. So it's that button, that's that button, and then there's a little bit of details here. Normally I'll do a layer underneath this one as well, but because it's such tiny little details to paint, it just takes seconds. Okay, now onto her hair. Again, I try and look at the original layer of the original character, see if I can really bring the hair down a little bit. Maybe I felt it was a bit too high on her head. So it's just because it's a separate layer. That's another great reason to have separate layers, because especially for animators, because as you can see, if there's all one layer, if I move the character, if there's one layer like I used to in the past, like wherever you edit, when we move the character, as you can see, I'm moving the character around, and it'll just be one layer, and you couldn't really edit underneath without recoloring and redrawing the character over and over again to get it right. But because her hair layer separates, it means I've got to do is select her hair, and look at that. You can just move the hair separately and edit it easily, and know you're not affecting the layer underneath. Again, many reasons why, if you're ever going to get into drawing, trust me, it's all about layers. It's all about layers. That is key. Again, thank you for joining my stream. I stream Monday to Fridays, especially on Twitch, 6 to 9 PM GMT. Again, thank you for all the likes. 12,500 now. It's still going up. It's still going up. Amazing. Okay, so on to the next layer to color, which is our hair. So again, I'll see what layer I got, and make sure I set the layer underneath, create a new layer. That way I know once I start colouring, that will be underneath the hair layer. And rather than using the pencil tool and colouring in, I'll just use the continuous curve tool and then start just clicking around her hair. Do the front part. Do the sideburns. You probably can't tell that I'm drawing it because her hair is exactly the same colour as the background, so you can't really tell until now I've done the continuous line. Yeah, I can understand. If you don't have Twitch, yeah, please watch me on TikTok. I'll continue to stream on here. Hopefully in the future, if I'm able to get over 1,000 followers, I might be able to integrate you guys into the same stream in which how I record over on Twitch, in which you'll be able to get the full screen capture view. At the moment, you're watching on my phone, and so you see kind of a portrait zoom in version compared to Twitch. But it's still the same experience, same music, same artwork. I just got to make sure I've got my camera angle view on what I'm drawing all the time. So at least over on Twitch, you can experience the whole thing from my paint tools. Going around, illustrating each part of it, what edits I'm doing, whilst on Twitch I might be drawing and you might not even be in view. So again, apologies in the future if I happen to be off camera for any reason. Completely my fault. Completely my fault. And then yeah, quickly lower opacity the hair layer so I can see the ears underneath. And there we go. And if you ever hear this clicking sound, it's my mouse wheel as I zoom in and out. You probably could tell, because why else would you be hearing that sound when the screen's zooming in and zooming out? Okay, I think that's her hair done. Okay, onto the ears. Again, we've got the visual character reference on the side here. So this should start filling in easily. Then inside of the ears, the nice little pink texture. Then the headband, and easy as that. And then what's left is the ponytail. Again, I do have to draw the clock, so make sure that's in view still. Again, yeah, I don't think I'll be making it this stream, but hopefully next time I'm on, you'll definitely see a finished version of this. That's for sure. And then yeah, I'll see if there's anything else I can add into the background to make it a bit more visually captivating. Okay, so that's the ponytail. So again, I create a new layer, put underneath the ponytail layer. And then I'll start drawing the outline of the ponytail. Normally I know once I've completed the continuous line because it tells me where the line started so I can connect to it and then I know it's complete. But at the moment I was going around twice and it hasn't shown me the connecting line, so I'm hoping this will work. And I think it has, but you can't really tell on the stream because the background is exactly the same as the hair. But if I remove the well, what I can actually do is if I create a new layer and just change the colour of the background to let's go for like a what colour? Let's go for dark pink. There we go. That's a better view. Yeah, you don't know if you can do 15,000 in 20 minutes? I mean, you're pretty close. I mean, 13,800. I mean, yeah, I think definitely 15,000 is possible. But yeah, 20,000, definitely not this stream. But again, wow. 13,800. That's still amazing for a stream like mine, having just started. Again, thank you for all those likes. So yeah, again, looking at this, I can see that there's areas that I could probably fill in behind the character because there's colours popping out. So as you can see, behind the body here, there's layers that, well, this part is a tail anyway, so that's fine. But behind this layer of a body, I could probably clean that up. Let's see. So I think it's this layer here that I need. So quickly highlight this area, select blue, and there we go. That definitely looks cleaner now. Let's go back. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Let's do that again. I noticed that yeah, the fingers could be a bit more pinkish rather than just being the same colour as the suit underneath. And then there's a slight purple colour coming in through the thigh there. So again, I'll just set the colour of a legging. And there we go, that cleans that up. Because there's definitely colours popping through from the background. So I'll just quickly colour underneath. Just clean up any of the lines that the bucket tool wasn't able to fill completely. And yeah, colour these layer here too as well. That way the line, any colours don't pop through. There we go, that's better. Yeah, trust me, different, like having separate layers and editing is, colouring underneath fixes everything. And then yeah, it's all about separating layers. It's all about separating layers and colouring underneath, and yeah, it definitely makes for easy editing. A lot easier editing. But yeah, I work on the shading now because I should hopefully get the shading done before it finishes. Again, I like the idea like how I added blush to the original character. So what I normally do when it comes to the blush tool, I duplicate the character's face, which happens to be the whole body layer. Let's see, make the cheeks a bit more redder, and then the suit tool. Do it around the cheek, around the face, where the cheeks are. And it now then erases everything outside of that layer. So what's left is inside that area where the red is. And then using a soft eraser, I just erase in until I get to where the cheeks are. And that way we get a nice little softer blush. And then yeah, then okay, I'll quickly now add in the shading. I'll just hide the clock for now. So when it comes to shading, what I like to do is, just in case I accidentally forget to duplicate the layers of the ones that I'm trying to add shadow to, just to make sure that I don't make any mistakes, I can go back. I'd often make a duplicate layer of the original character design, and then hide that design. So as you can see, this is a duplicate layer, and as you can see, this is the original layer, this is the copy folder, exactly the same. And so often, to make it easier to shade, I would merge the hair layer with the lines, so that way I don't have to shade in every little detail, every layer. And I can merge the blush with the cheeks. The leggings I still like to keep separate, because again it makes it easy to shade those the legs with those lines still being separate. And yeah, I think having those cufflinks separate is still good too. So yeah, there we go. I just realised her ears and stomach lines are on the same layer, so I'm going to put those lines on the body. So what I do is I cut and separate the lines of what was originally on the bunny ears as their own layer, and then drag those lines down to where the body is, and then I merge them down, and now they're part of the body layer. So yeah, again, having separate layers is another way to easy edit, easy fix. Okay, now it just means duplicating the layers and shading and adding contrast. And I might add some other highlights. Okay, so copy, edit, paste. And then at the moment I really like having some really dark shading. Normally I do lighter shading, but for this one, I forget why I had it on the other layer, but I'll go for 40-60 again. I think that's why I had it before. So brightness -60, -40 on the contrast. And now let's do it with all the other layers whilst I'm doing it with this one. So edit, paste. And I'll just do it, yeah. I duplicate the layer and I'll continue lowering the contrast and brightness for each of them. Again, -60 brightness, -40 contrast. And there's, yeah, almost there. And there's another reason why it's easy to have them as separate layers, because it means that rather than having to edit the whole the character as a whole and having to light and shade it and worry about all those little details. Oh, I think I made that a bit too dark. But like I can just quickly undo, and then just do it again. So yeah, -60, -40. But yeah, this is why it's easy to have the character layers each separate, because it means that when I'm erasing the shadow from the character, it's not affecting other layers, and that way I'm not overlapping onto other parts of the body, and that way it looks more polished, looks cleaner. Okay, 2 more layers to change the add shadow to. So this is the tail, and then the last is her ponytail. Edit, paste. Wow, 16,200. Oh wow, we definitely went over 15,000. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Yeah, normally I just use the lasso tool, which I'm doing now. I noticed on the other one I do add like a softer brush, like a eraser brush on top. Again, thank you so much for all those likes. You are amazing. Okay, that's the hair layer. These are the cufflinks. Oh. That's the legging. Okay, let's see. More than you thought. Yeah, that is a lot of likes. Thank you. I don't know how we're going to beat it next stream, but that's incredible. Okay, so that's one of the things when it comes to duplicating layers. Sometimes I forget to duplicate them, and I forgot to duplicate the cufflinks. So what I can do is just do the same trick, but in reverse, where I bring up the brightness and contrast of cufflinks, put them under the shadow layer, and there we go. Like nothing happened. So now if I erase that, easy fix, easy fix. And then these are the leggings, so we didn't have to worry about those being duplicated. So I'll see how I did the other layer. Okay, so basically, just got to do one leg and the other. Oh yeah, this is her full body layer though as well, so it's not just her legs, but the whole body. So let's see, bring the brush size down a bit, maybe too far down. Same shading below here, matching where the shadows are going to be. Again, I had it quite bright on top, so I'll do the same with her character on this side. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. I think it's almost there. I think this is the tail layer, so if you just give that a quick shade, doesn't have to be perfect. And then all that's left is the ponytail. So again, I'll just do the back of it, have light coming in from the back, and have the shadow on the left side of it. And I think that's it. And then so that way I won't need this character copy layer anymore. I can just delete it. Delete the pink layer for now. So this is the visual starting soon page. And see if I can find where I did with the Be Right Back. So I'll move that into the copy folder. So there we go, so that's Be Right Back. I might add a bit more shading to her chest area. That's the thing, sometimes you think you're done, you think it's perfect, but then you look back at it and you realise, oh actually this could be improved slightly, or this could be edited. Or you wonder, oh, how did I miss that part? Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I just saw your comment. Yeah, I did look at that. After you mentioned the Be Right Back, I did look at the starting soon. And thought, oh, yeah, that part. Okay, so that one, the perspective was changed for that part. So what I'm going to do is, okay, bear with me 1 second. It shouldn't be too hard to do. normal eye. Yeah. So let's go hit caps lock. Hopefully I can make it look seamless. I'll try my best. Okay, this is where I try and distort the scale of it. Maybe slightly trickier to edit in, but we'll see how it looks. No, thank you for your keen, observant eye. No, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be. Okay. Soon. Okay, so the eyes in this folder here. Make that a bit more thicker. There we go. Much better. No, thank you. I mean, it seems to be a style choice of the font I use, that it likes to create capital A's when during the lowercase, when normally it looks exactly the same in capital, yet the I is the only thing that seems to stay lower. If you go through, yeah, you probably don't want to read my comic work, because trust me, you're going to have a nightmare fuel when you see all the lowercase i's on that channel, or with my works. Okay. Okay, at least that's fixed. Okay, I can hide this folder. And now rename this folder, be right back. Okay, I think it's pretty much done. Like I said, all that's left is the clock that she's holding. But I'll do that off stream, and then I'll show everybody tomorrow. Again, thank you for joining the stream, and thank you for the 18,600 likes. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay. Before I go, I'll just quickly do one quick cleanup job of her arm here, as it needs a little bit of erasing. But yeah, there we go. It's pretty much done now. Great. Again, thank you for joining my stream. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 to 9 p.m. GMT. You can find me over on Twitch and on TikTok. And I'm hoping the sound actually got recorded this time properly on Twitch. It's my fault for not turning on the mic. So yeah, you'll definitely see me tomorrow. Again, thanks for joining. Okay, take care everybody, and see you again soon.